I never saw the kind of woman she turned into. I'm shocked this date to tell you that, because she's not the person I knew as my daughter.
What if Meghan Markle isn't the mother she claims to be? Now, this isn't just some wild internet rumor floating around. This is coming from her own father, Thomas Markle, and even her brother, who've both stepped forward saying Meghan had her eggs frozen years ago. And more than that, her brother claims she later had a hysterectomy, meaning she wouldn't have been able to carry children at all. And here's the kicker. It all allegedly happened before Prince Harry even came into the picture, back when she was still married to Trevor Engelson. Now think about it. If she had no ability to carry a child, then where did Archie and Lilibet come from? This isn't coming from trolls or gossip bloggers. This is her family. The people who knew her before the palaces and press tours. Her dad even said, "She's changed. She's not the daughter I knew." And when you start putting the puzzle pieces together, things start to look different.
I still haven't seen my grandkids, and is a vow. I want to see my grandkids, and I think the king would like to see his grandkids as well.
Let's be real, freezing eggs isn't cheap. It's not a one-time thing. There's the procedure, the medication, the checkups, but most of all, the storage costs. Reports say it runs anywhere from $8,000 to $9,000 a month to store eggs long-term. Meanwhile, Meghan was still building her career. On Suits, she reportedly made around $7,000 per episode, and even that wasn't every episode. In fact, someone crunched the numbers. Out of 108 episodes, Meghan had just about 138 minutes of screen time total. That's just over 2 hours of footage for an entire series run. So now picture this. You're living in LA making under $10K per gig with inconsistent work, and you're paying thousands per month just to store eggs? Her father claimed she didn't have that kind of money, and more importantly, that she wasn't the same person we see today. He described her as more giving, more grounded, not obsessed with status, not calculating every public appearance like it's a photo shoot. So if she couldn't afford to keep the eggs and had a hysterectomy afterward, then how did she later have 2 royal babies? Well, this is where things start to feel more like a cold case than a birth story. When Meghan was pregnant, there were no real candid moments, no casual bump photos, no grainy paparazzi shots from across the street, nothing that felt unscripted. There's no hospital documentation, no delivery footage, and no confirmation from any medical professionals. And for a couple constantly in the media spotlight, that's strange. And when the kids do show up in public, it feels off. Body language experts and fans have pointed out that Meghan rarely looks comfortable with them. In one moment, she holds a child like it's a prop, almost like she's afraid of doing it wrong, and then there's the Disneyland incident. One day we see Meghan with a little girl in a white dress, said to be Lilibet. The next day, another sighting, but the child looks different even though the dress is the same. That sparked a whole new set of questions. Are they using different children in public? Was it a swap out for optics or just a lighting issue? Either way, fans noticed, and they're not forgetting. And then there's that video, the one people now call the moon bump clip. Once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Same date, different belly sizes. No, it's not the angle the photo is taken. There's no way that any angle could change that size of belly.
One of the most talked about moments in the Meghan pregnancy timeline isn't a royal announcement or a hospital sighting. It's a video clip that went viral for all the wrong reasons. People call it the moon bump clip. In it, Meghan is seen walking into a building, but as she bends down to sit, her stomach seems to fold in an unnatural way, not like regular fabric creasing or a maternity outfit shifting. We're talking about a full collapse, as if something deflated or shifted out of place. People slowed the video down frame by frame, and what they saw didn't look like a pregnant belly. It looked like a padded prop slipping. Now here's where it gets even weirder. This clip was filmed during the pandemic, and not just any time during COVID, but during a period when hospital regulations were tight. At that time, even regular patients weren't allowed to bring in visitors, let alone camera crews. So why was Meghan filmed walking into a hospital with cameras rolling, showing off a very staged baby bump? Who approved it, and why wasn't that moment questioned more heavily by mainstream media? It's not about attacking motherhood, it's about basic facts not lining up. If this bump wasn't real, then what was really going on behind the scenes? But if this really was a cover-up, wouldn't there be some kind of paper trail? Oh, but there is. And it just makes things murkier. Because when official documents start looking suspicious, it's usually not by accident. When Archie was born, Meghan's name appeared on the birth certificate, but not long after, her name was removed, replaced by her title instead, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. Then, just as quietly as it was removed, it was added back again. And then there's the use of HRH titles in US legal paperwork, something that's not standard at all. In the United States, royal titles carry no legal weight. You can't use them on birth certificates, immigration documents, or tax forms. But somehow, both Archie and Lilibet's documents reportedly included royal markers. That triggered confusion with immigration and legal officials. One insider even claimed that authorities reached out to King Charles himself for clarity. That's not a routine move. That's what happens when documents are raising red flags. Now ask yourself, why risk drawing that kind of attention? Why play fast and loose with paperwork that can be so easily verified? All of this makes you wonder, was it about love or was it always about leverage?
Do you watch the royal shows on TV like The Crown or Bridgerton or any of them?
I watched Bridgerton.
Yeah?
Yeah, Bridgerton's a great show.
So
That's
good.
a period piece also. And I love Shonda Rhimes shows. So yes.
Here's a theory that's gained real traction. Meghan saw royal motherhood as the ultimate ticket to influence. Think about it. Being married to Harry gave her headlines, but having royal children, that locks her in permanently, not just to the monarchy's legacy, but to the public imagination. Once a child is in the line of succession, the rules shift, the stakes rise, and so does the power of the narrative. Having kids with HRH status means long-term brand value. Every magazine cover, charity launch, and interview now carries more weight because it's connected to royal lineage. That's not just PR, that's positioning for legacy. And yet every public moment with those children feels carefully curated, not natural, not spontaneous, almost too polished. Fans have picked up on it for years now. Photos that look like catalog shoots, or the videos where the kids seem distracted or disconnected. You never see the raw moments, the tantrums, the messy hair, the real-life parenting. It's always the perfect frame, always controlled. And that's what separates privacy from performance. This isn't about shielding children from the public. It's about shaping a very specific image, one that reinforces Meghan's place at the royal table. But here's the kicker. Meghan's not doing this alone. Harry isn't a victim here. He's a co-pilot. Let's not pretend Harry's just along for the ride. While Meghan is often in the spotlight, Harry has been right there beside her, making moves that say a lot more than his words ever do. He keeps claiming they want independence, privacy, space from the royal machine, but at the same time, he's still pushing hard for royal perks, especially for their kids. Remember, it was Harry who demanded HRH titles for Archie and Lilibet, even after stepping away from royal duties. And here's where it gets messy. Queen Elizabeth made her stance clear. No HR titles for those who leave the firm. That was supposed to be the rule. Yet somehow, the kids ended up with them anyway, and Harry didn't just accept it, he pushed for it. Now, coupled with the lawsuits he keeps filing against the media, while also staging very calculated public photos, throwing cameras, he's controlling the narrative, and every time he stays silent on the big questions like the pregnancy rumors or the kid's legal status, it's not seen as protection anymore, it looks like approval. And if the palace let all of this slide, are they just turning a blind eye, or are they part of something bigger? The royal family has always lived by one golden rule: never complain, never explain. But in this case, that silence is starting to look like something else entirely. Meghan and Harry still have their bios hosted on the official royal website. Their titles are still recognized publicly, so either the palace is actively avoiding confrontation or they're covering up a far bigger issue. Because if it ever comes out that Meghan and Harry misled the public about something as major as their children's origins, and the firm stayed silent the whole time, that doesn't make the couple look bad. That makes the entire monarchy look foolish, manipulated, and weak. And just when things couldn't get more distracting, Meghan goes viral again with a twerking video.
Meghan Markle posted a bizarre video on her social media yesterday, which sent several people into absolute meltdown. It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make you watch it.
1 month, 2 month, 3 month, hit the baby mama when I'm stepping through the door.
She's
Yeah, I'm pregnant,
supposedly 9 months pregnant in the hospital room, dancing with a big belly. Harry's there too. She's kind of twerking. She's gonna twerk. Here comes Harry.
It happens every time. Just as questions start bubbling up about birth records, photos, family behavior, new headline, new drama, Meghan goes viral for something random. This time, it was a twerking video that had nothing to do with anything, and suddenly, the real questions are forgotten. It's starting to feel like a pattern. When the public pushes too close to the truth, another clip drops, another PR move hits, noise goes up, and attention shifts. But here's the thing, after a while, people catch on. Is this about building a brand, or is it a strategy to bury the real story? Because when every move is calculated and every answer avoided, people start to wonder what you're really hiding. Because here's the truth, you can fake the narrative, but you can't fake the bond, and people are watching. But what do y'all think is really going on here? Do you believe Meghan's just being unfairly picked apart, misunderstood by the world, and navigating fame the best way she knows how? Or do you think her father and brother's claims finally confirm what people have been suspecting for years? That the pregnancies, the titles, the royal motherhood story might all be part of something bigger and not as real as we were told. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you've been connecting the same dots, noticing the same inconsistencies, then don't just scroll. Hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe so we can keep breaking it down together.